Have you ever said bad words to your parents? Yeah, I see some of you nodding, and shamefully, I also had a similar experience. The other day, I said to my mom, "Oh my God, why can't you understand me? Just leave me alone." Her response surprised me. She said, "Okay, grab this house and live by yourself. Let's not see each other again." In that very moment, I was struck by a surge of regret. My inner voice cried out, "What have I done? This isn't what I wanted." All I wanted was to be understood, but instead, I let my emotions get the best of me and lashed out, leaving hurtful words in my wake. I later apologized, but I knew that a simple "I'm sorry" would not repair the damage. You know, a scratch cannot be undone, it leaves a mark. I believe many of us have had similar experiences. We often lash out at those closest to us, sometimes without meaning to, taking them for granted. But isn't it more reasonable to choose our words thoughtfully when speaking to those who matter to us most? I want to share a story about my own birth that always moves my mom to tears. When I was born, I was placed in an incubator, and my mother was separated from me right away. When she was finally allowed close to me, all she could see were my tiny feet and a clenched fist with the rest of my body connected to hoses. She said, "It was a miracle I survived and grew up healthy." Hearing her recount the story makes me sad because it highlights her deep affection, love, and sacrifice. Not only that, she was always supportive of me. When I was young in Japan, I struggled with Japanese and often cried in school, earning the nickname Nakimushi, meaning crybaby. She worked hard to help me, and eventually I became fluent and thankfully also became a top student. And fast forward to high school, when my grades slipped, she encouraged me saying, "Holland, it's okay, just keep on going." Her support taught me resilience and the strength to go forward, and ultimately I got into my desired university and on this stage right now. So after reflecting on my harsh words, I realized how crucial it is to be mindful of what we say and to express gratitude toward our loved ones. Let me share with you a lesson I learned from a podcast. If someone offered you $10 million on the street, you would likely accept it. But if you knew you wouldn't wake up the next morning, would you still take the money? This made me realize that waking up each day surrounded by loved ones is worth far more than any amount of money. Too often, we take our loved ones for granted, saying whatever comes to mind without considering the consequences. It's vital to pause and reflect on our communication with those closest to us. Before resorting to harsh words, let's uplift, support, and heal one another with our words. Together, we can foster a more compassionate world, starting with our own families. Lastly, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my mom. Mom, I want to start by saying how truly sorry I am for what I said, and thank you for everything you've given me. Your love, your support, and your endless sacrifices. That means a world to me, and I can't fully express how much I appreciate you. I may not know exactly how to make up for my mistakes, but I promise to do my best every single day to show you how much I love you. Thank you for listening.